What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another GeoGuessr video, and today you're going to see what was meant to be a clip for my second channel. I sat down to do a bit of a world record attempt, and it went much better than I was expecting right away. So I'm going to just let the whole clip play. Go ahead and subscribe to my second channel to see all my World Cup training that's going on at the moment, and please give the video a like to support me. Let's get straight into things. Yo, what is going on guys? It is Zigzag here, welcome back to GeoGuessr Explained. Today, some NMPZ world record attempts on Community World. Let's run it guys. I got about half an hour to play, so let's just see what we can achieve here and see if we can approach that world record. I'm not even going to check what it is. I just want to get in here and have a nice one. But this one's pretty 5K-able, so let's see if we can actually get the right place here. I'd assume it's Douglas with the red on the plate here. That's what you get in Isle of Man. Now, we have a hill there to our south, which is interesting to me. So maybe it's the town over this side, Peel. I could see this being Peel, honestly. Okay, it was instead Ramsey. Yeah, probably could have found that, but still 23 kilometers away. But, guys, still, that score means we couldn't beat Boki's 10-second NMPZ world record. Just letting that sink in, you know, that's how crazy that world record is. This is Colombia with the yellow plates, and it kind of feels high altitude, so I wanted to click one of these cities, but I'm really not sure. Okay, it's just Bogota. Always click Bogota, guys. This is Argentina, Argentinian pole. Everything kind of feels a bit north here, but also not too far north, so I might just click outside Mendoza. Yeah, it was nice. Damn, if only we clicked, Bogota. This should be Spain, but it kind of feels strange, so just trying to think. I mean, it has to be Spain. We've got Spanish cars. Looks like a Spanish no entry or sign or whatever. Spanish plates. It kind of... I guess it feels kind of northern, but I'm actually not sure. It could be south as well. I'm going to click here. Not really sure. Okay, what's there? Wow. Really good start to the video. And the last one here was going to be... Ooh, round poles. I guess this is Po Valley in Italy. Italian architecture. The round poles pretty much exclude France, I think. And yeah, we do have a yellow house over here. So yeah, feeling good for Italy here. Generation 2 is really interesting. I'm going to click Central Po Valley. And it was, man. Really good seed. 23.8 there. Just click Bogota and it's 23, yeah, 600 more points. It's a solid 24.5, but yeah, that's all we can do. Next one here, Palm is interesting here. It's Ghana. Palm is interesting. Ooh, I'm on 5 strict, not 19. Palm is interesting because that normally indicates more south, but the type of dirt road we have here, really wide dirt road, kind of indicates more north. So I'm just going to kind of click between, and okay, it was that side instead. Next one here, wide road lines, USA, with the bollards here. Now, can I actually get anything more than that? I don't think it's California. So options here with the wide road lines are normally Washington, Oregon, but quite possibly Wyoming, Idaho, something like that as well here. I think it kind of looks like, I don't really know. I think Oregon's actually fine here. I'm just gonna go for it. And it was Oregon, nice. Next one here, concrete road's interesting immediately. Yeah, that's really interesting. If this is Malaysia, that's pretty rare in Malaysia. I think the pole top here appears to be more Indonesian, I would say. But then even still, the concrete roads are not that common in Indonesia. So I'm just trying to think if this could be Cambodia or Thailand or something like that. We have oil palms, which are not that common in Thailand, Cambodia, or Philippines. Obviously, they're the countries where you see this road more often, so that's kind of scary here. I think you just go Indonesia, though. With it maybe, I mean, it is like a black plate. So yeah, I think you just go Indonesia here. Could still see any of the other countries I mentioned. There's no black sticker on the pole. The soil is kind of red. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. The other countries I mentioned still well possible. Do we have front plates on the bikes? We don't, which is something you should see in Indonesia. So maybe a bit scary for our guess. Just trying to think if this is like somewhere famous. Maybe, I mean, there is like a certain, I think if it was like Cambodia, it would be like down here somewhere, but I just don't see it as likely enough, I think. Again, Thailand, not fitting with the pole, I think. Philippines, I just don't think it looks like Philippines, so I think process of elimination would still put us in Indo here, but very happy to be wrong. I think Malaysia's next most likely. And it was Indonesia. Wow, kind of surprised there. It's good. Okay, this is Australia. Should be Northern Territory here. Kind of feels like it might be somewhere around Alice Springs. Now, that whole road was updated to Generation 4, but this must just be Pano ID'd. It means it's like been left in Generation 3 or whatever. And okay, it was south there in Gan. Okay. We're on 9, which is a good section of the way to the record. And these are, looks like Canadian street signs. I mean, it is Generation 2, probably an Ontario guardrail there. Generation 2 could be somewhere around here, I think. Not really sure, though. Okay, it's fine. 21k there. Not quite as good as the first seed, but definitely harder. This one's Victoria. So Generation 2 camera's really common in Victoria. And then this white gravel next to the road, quite common in Victoria and South Australia. And this sign here is just found more so in Victoria. So very happy to click somewhere like around maybe St. Arnaud or something like that. It's pretty good. Next one here is difficult. It is very volcanic here. And with the Generation 2 camera, I think that immediately makes the Canaries the most likely here. I mean, the architecture in the background does feel quite... What would you say? It does feel quite European anyway. Are there other options here? I think Canaries... We do have a white line here as well. Okay, that's good. I think Canaries is just easily most likely here, so I'm just going to send it in. And it was there. Nice. On the far west there with the very black soil. This one should be Canada. Looks like Canadian poles and all that bit. Probably Canadians... Canadian street sign there or speed sign in there as well. Obviously, trying to get the province here might be difficult. Looks like it might be monolingual, but it's hard to say. I think this area is quite a lot of Gen 2, so I don't think I would go there, even though it kind of looks like it. I could also see around Thunder Bay if I had multiple people. I might send one over there, but I think I'll just go in like this provincial park or something like that. Okay, it was the Quebec side. That makes sense. I think that has more Gen 3 on the Quebec side, maybe. Okay, this is Thailand. We have a yellow plate and we're driving right. So maybe this is actually Laos. Yeah, we're driving right. Okay, so it should be Vientiane or Vientiane. Vientiane. Yeah, that's what my Laotian co-workers told me it was. Just trying to think, could this ever be Cambodia? I'm relatively sure it's not. It's a Thai pole here. And we're definitely driving right. So yeah, should be here. And indeed it was. Nice. Good start. Or good end, I guess. This is then Turkey. Turkish road, very kind of splodgy. Place names are Turkish as well. So getting the region guess here, that's kind of interesting. Good question. Not really sure. Probably central here works quite nicely though. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just go for like that. Okay, well, central. I was really thinking about something else there. I'm not even thinking about the round, but hey, we got it. It's good. Okay, next one here, Senegal, I would say. Trees look African. The way they like the canopy's really spread. Yeah, long grass and everything. Generation 3 tends to often be around the Gambia, especially with this soil color. So I would probably click like Kaolack, Fatik area here. Can always be around Tambacounda as well. Okay, well, it's a bit further up there. Next one here, Ghana again, I would say. So Ghana often has wooden poles that have like the triple thing on the side or on the top. Then this kind of pavement looks quite Ghana as well. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else possible here because it kind of looks like Southeast Asia, especially with this little bike and the whole number of bikes over here. Especially because they have like blue plates. Like I even considered like Cambodia or something here, but I think the poles just switch me way over to Ghana. But I don't want to make a silly guess here. I just don't think these poles are possible to see in Southeast Asia, especially because they're wooden, which is not very common in that part of the world. So, yeah, it's just a weird one. The blue plates are really throwing me, but it might just be a motorbikes thing that I've just never noticed before, because Ghana tends to be quite easy. And yeah, I think the wooden pole also definitely leads us away from Nigeria, and it's also Generation 3 camera. So, Tamale, Wa, maybe something a bit further south here. It was Wa. I think Wa might be a bit greener. Okay, this one's... yeah, this with this little hole in the sign here is Chilean, and then we also have all yellow lines, so... Temuco area, maybe in the mountains here or something like that. Yep, nice. This one should be somewhere in Russia or Ukraine. It gave me more of a Ukrainian vibe here. But it's definitely southern. You can see by these, I forget what these ones are called, but these are southern looking bushes, so yeah. Yeah, Ukraine is working quite nicely here, I believe. Just trying to think of where I'd go. I'd definitely go south here. It is a bit hilly, so maybe a bit southwest, like, could just be Odessa, but maybe like Balta or something like that. I'm not really sure. But yeah, definitely preferring it, so I'll just go for that. And it was Kyiv there. Interesting. Okay, next one here. We're already on 19, which is, you know, getting there. It's getting there, definitely. I think we might be, you know, something... I think the world record might be around 80 or 70 or 60 or something like that, so definitely a good start here. This is Chilean. These kind of bushes, you often see those on the island, I think, so I might guess there. It is kind of a bit urban for the island, but sure, we could be like on the road outside of Castro or something like that. Like the bit of overcast, I think that fits quite nicely as well. Very kind of cold looking, kind of almost reminds me a bit of New Zealand or something like that here. Okay, it's just input in one area. That's the other region that can look like that, I would guess. Also a bit flatter than when you get into the mountains. Okay, this should be Australia. Yeah, it should. Now, the question is where? I actually, I immediately thought Victoria with these kind of Christmas tree looking trees, but yeah, I could see actually a whole bunch of different places working quite nicely here. Though I think Victoria, though I think Australia is completely safe with this bollard here. So let's just get in here. And I would say around here maybe. Okay, other side of the mountains there. Next one here, we're in Kyrgyzstan with the red on the plate. Now, Kyrgyzstan is one where I practiced it a bit and I got pretty good, and then my skills have definitely fallen off a bit, but I could see a town like that working quite nicely. Seems like we have dry mountains both sides of us here. Otherwise, Narin area was also probably pretty good. I think it maybe feels more like Narin, but yeah, one of those two in my opinion. Okay, was that one? It's okay. Next one here is UAE. We got the flag. Yeah, so striped signposts, kind of dry vibe with the black and yellow curbs here. This kind of feels a bit north, right? I'm not really sure. I'll go around here. Okay. Next one here, Netherlands immediately was my thought, but looks like we have some French here, so maybe Belgium could work quite nicely here. It's definitely in French, that's for sure. So, I think we have to go France here, actually. It looks like Belgium, but we don't have any buildings made of bricks. Sure, we have some brick going on, but no bricks, which I think would be essential for guessing Belgium, generally speaking. Now, it is interesting that that pole kind of looks a bit square. And something about the road and everything, it does kind of feel Belgian. Also, the road lines in the center of the road aren't like quite long enough for me to feel very comfortable about France here. So I think this does bear a little bit more thinking. But there is certainly something about this round that feels quite Belgian. I would love like some extra, some extra clue here. I don't really know. Oh, we have a blue sticker on the pole. That's saving us. To be fair, I think I get France here just with the lack of brick, but I don't know. Can't really explain, but there is, especially with the road lines, that does kind of look Belgian. So I guess for that reason, I'll go near Belgium, but obviously we don't have bricks, so I guess we kind of just click here maybe. And yeah, it was outside Paris. Paris has really mixed architecture, so it also kind of explains the mixed vibe. Okay, we're lucky here to have a bit of I think Swedish language there. Red house as well. Yeah, so it should just be Sweden here. Now, could it ever be a Finnish sign with Swedish on it? I think because it's yellow. And it looks like the Swedish font to me as well. So I think we are absolutely safe here. It's very lucky that Denmark and Norway use different accents on their letters. But let's just go here. Was around there. Okay, another 23k. Honestly, we've been running super hot here. Excellent start to the video. This is Russia. Now, East Russia, I would say. So, Russia often uses the yellow border around the crossing signs here. These are the all-white number plates. That is the Toyota Avensis, which my family used to own. So, it's an Asian car. Makes me think we might be in the eastern side of Russia. Just trying to imagine what this is likely to be. So I definitely think it's Asia. I could see like anywhere from like this kind of region here in the south of Kemerovo all the way to literally like Khabarovsk or something like that. But I think I might just go for this because I think it kind of looked like that. I don't see any evidence that it's one place or the other, so I'm just going to go for it. And it was there. Nice. Good guess. Next one here. Ooh, first difficult round in a while. Yeah, so immediate thoughts, it's very rocky in the soil, so Canada works quite nicely here, I think. Maybe Norway. It's a fairly wide road, but it's just really interesting that we don't have the road marked here. Sweden works quite nicely. I think Sweden might be a front runner here. It just kind of looks like a hilly Sweden round. The problem is, like, surely they would, like... Europe is more likely to have road lines, I think. Yeah, it's not easy. kind of between Canada and Sweden mostly here, I think. The trees. It doesn't look like it's Yukon coverage to me. It's not out of the question, but I think it's a bit too flat and a bit too... The sky's like a bit too pure blue, in a way. It's a interesting one, definitely. I think Sweden is best. I don't think it's Finland or Norway. I think Norway's still a good option, but not as good as Sweden. Let's open the map. Yeah. Okay, if we were putting it in Canada, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like often when I'm like put up the map, I'm like, yeah, it would probably be somewhere in like Quebec if it was Canada. But I just don't get the strong enough vibe. I mean, it is like a really interesting kind of pavement here. I don't really associate that with Sweden, having this kind of black spots on the pavement. So that makes life a little bit harder for us, I think. Where's the copyright? Let's see if we can see the copyright meta. 2021. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's interesting. I could definitely see an argument for Canada here, especially with the road quality. Just kind of reminds me a bit of Canada. And like it's really wide, and like the dirt road coming off the side here. Maybe I do go Canada here, actually. Because it does kind of look like the highway that goes up to Newfoundland. 2021, it certainly fits. The good thing about going Canada is ultimately there's tons of places in Europe that it's possible to be, at least 3 countries that are quite possible. Canada's just one. I'm pretty sure this isn't the US, so there's that advantage going for Canada here. That's really interesting. I think Canada actually might be the call here, interestingly. But I'm going to be a little bit annoyed if it's Sweden. It does kind of look like Swedish coverage, but I think the road is going to make me go Canada here. So let's send it. Nice. New Brunswick was probably my other thought, but that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. Moving on, we have a Malaysia, I believe. Hold up. We've got like an interesting car blur here, which is making me think it actually might be like Puerto Rico or something like that, actually. And we have rumble strips as well. I don't think you'd ever see that in Malaysia. Not to mention the yellow lines, actually. So, yeah. It looks like we have a long number plate there, but this is a US kilometer marker. So I think that might just be an anomaly or something we can't quite see properly. Maybe just the bottom of the car rather than the number plate. But, yeah, I would say this is actually Puerto Rico. Maybe the back plates in Puerto Rico actually look like that. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I think we're actually fine to send Puerto Rico here, and we should be absolutely a-okay. It was just outside San Juan there. This is going to be somewhere in Norway, and I would say that it is probably southern with this many pine trees, but I'm not really sure. Not too far north there. Next one here looks like Bolivia immediately. And we have a wooden pole there. I think that makes me feel better about it. A little bit of a car glitch here. Yeah, I think everything feels relatively Bolivian. If I was on a high streak, I'd probably try and line something up here with these kind of south hills. And we can still do that relatively quickly. But how red is the soil here? Not particularly red. So let's go a bit further north here. Oru. Yeah, Oru is actually possible. If we were in the northern suburbs, say we were like here, then we might look at similarly sized hills. I could see it. It kind of feels like that area. Cochabamba. So Cochabamba southern suburbs also could look similar, given that we can't see what's to the north. Yeah, but I think it's one of the two. I don't think it's Peru. And I don't think anything else is possible just with the kind of landscape. So yeah, and it's not. It's definitely not Argentina. So we can send here. Oof, 10 kilometers away. Nice. Very good. Cochabamba is just a bigger city, so it makes sense to go for that. And another nice seed there. Really happy with the Russia, the Bolivia, and the Canada. Other ones are fine. Okay, next one here. 30 countries in a row now. This looks immediately Bulgarian. We got an X on the number plate, so I think they're coded in Bulgaria. So maybe we can work out what that is and go for a good score here. But to be fair, it might just be named after like a region, which I wouldn't know. But yeah, let's actually just check here. We do have a blue strip there, I think. The only other problem with rounds like this is that you occasionally, Okay, we have the antenna. Great. And the antenna, I think, is found more east. Yeah, I believe so. Let's go like here. But sometimes you do get such wintry coverage that looks very similar in Scorpia. But yeah, the antenna here helps us out. And it was, all right, around the one that starts with X. Excellent, good to know. Okay, this should be Finland. Yeah, it should be Finland. Now, Sweden is so possible, but I just think it looks more like Finland. This kind of coverage is really common there. It's just practicing Finland on this channel. Definitely feels Finnish. I think I'll just go for it. I don't think time will make me change my decision here. That was stressful to click that because we're on 32, but yeah, it had to be done. Okay, next one here is Russia. Again, let's try and cook up a nice score here. So we have fairly kind of pinkish soil here. Very diverse vegetation on the side of the road. I could see this being like a Kirov or like a Perm or like a Nizhevsk or something like that here. Something around that latitude. Kostroma is also pretty possible. I'm just going to send it like that though. It was Perm there, pretty good. Ooh. Serbia came to mind immediately here with the cornfields in Generation 3. I think it's probably the best guess here. It's very flat, obviously. It's too summery to be Hungary, I want to say. Croatia is always possible, but it's Generation 3, so yeah, probably feeling better about Serbia. What else could we say here? Like, the trees and everything, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty, like, I think this is a relatively safe Serbia. Just trying to think of other options here, because I'm starting to get a little bit, you know, jittery. I wanna make sure I'm making the correct guesses here. Northern Bulgaria, again, it's too summery. Romania is always possible. Yeah, it could just be a very flat Romania. I think the road feels better for Serbia, though. And then it could just be something random. Europe. Czechia. I don't know what. I think maybe Poland. Actually, let's think about Poland. I think the trees feel too softened. I think it's Serbia. And it is. Nice. So we have the curbs that make me think it's Belgium here. Also looks like a pretty thick pole there, which feels good for Belgium. Again, we're kind of lacking the amount of brick houses I would like, but this one definitely qualifies for Belgium. I think this is just a Belgium send, with the possibility of France, with the possibility of, I don't know, Denmark? I don't think so. I think this is just Belgium. But maybe close to France or something like that here. I'm not really sure. And it is nice. Good. Okay, 22k there. Also solid. Also solid. Very European-based seed there. Okay, this should be Germany. Wooden poles. Bollards. Now, with the poles, it should be safely Germany, but you can get very similar rounds in the Schengen area where it's flat in Luxembourg. And even like some of the architecture looks similar, so it is a little scary, I suppose, but ultimately, I would say that this is very safe Germany these days. It doesn't look like Hungarian bollards either. It was further towards Leipzig there. This is going to be somewhere in Malaysia, black and white striped signpost, Malaysian number plates, lots of palms and everything like that here, so yeah, that's pretty easy. Go up maybe Kelantan kind of way here. I'm always kind of clueless on these rounds. We have a cross on the back of the sign. I think you can find that on mainland too. I'm just trying to remember where that's found over here as well. Cebu maybe has the cross, I think. Yeah, cross. I think Bintulu has the cross actually, as far as I can remember. Let's find out where this one is. Oh, it was Bintulu. Interesting. I thought the hill was too big, or we were on too much of an incline or something, but there you go. Okay. Very gettable round, I'm happy, but I don't exactly know where it is off the bat here. I would say this was Sri Lanka with the tea plantations. The hills are rolling, which is maybe slightly concerning here though. Okay, sun is definitely east, so that's not really helping. The road certainly fits for Sri Lanka, though it's a little bit interesting. It is very thin, which I like for Sri Lanka, I think. I think just the tea here means we have to go Sri Lanka. If I'm looking to see if I can see anything that could like dissuade me of that. I guess the fact that it's generation 3 is a bit interesting, but it is pretty rural, so I don't hate it. Let's open the map. Think about it. We're on 37. I don't think it's Brazil, though I guess Brazil's a possibility. Same with Colombia. I don't think you see too much tea there. Bangladesh sometimes has tea. I don't think it's there either. How much tea does India grow? I think Sri Lanka really is one of those tea countries, like the ultimate tea country, around Kandy area, somewhere around here. Nah, I think it's pretty safely Sri Lanka here, really. And it is nice. This is Botswana. Pretty sure of it. This kind of very winterish coverage. I want to say you don't get that in South Africa this much. These waystones, I think they're Botswanan as well. Unfortunately, the signpost is not striped because I think it's just kind of a bit broken. And yes, you do get coverage like this on the South African side, but I am just going to go send Botswana because I can't send anything else here. And it is there. Ooh, really nice guess. And this one should be Kyrgyzstan with this blur, but could it be USA? What is this thing here? This one's a bit concerning. This would be a very big throw if I didn't know Kyrgyzstan well enough to get this correct. Okay, if it was US, I've seen similar rounds in Utah. I have seen such rounds in the US. It is possible. This blur is weird. It almost feels like we might be in like a national park car or something like that. Kyrgyzstan. Dirt road in the snow. Wait, what about Mongolia? This could be Mongolia. I think Mongolia, you normally see the tent. Am I right about that? Not a good moment to forget. The Mongolia on the second type of car, you might not see the tent, you know. Okay, I think Mongolia just went above Kyrgyzstan for me, but I'm just going to check the place in Kyrg where this could be anyway. 39 must be my best score on this map so far, I think. So that's what we'll be looking at here. I think it's all paved. I think it's all paved, to be honest. Maybe something out here. I don't think so. Okay, what about the Mongolia idea? So that sign is set up for right-hand drive for sure. It doesn't really feel like an American sign, but this bollard thing. And firstly, what the heck is it? Does it perhaps feel more US? Maybe, yeah. That's, yeah, I think, ooh, it does not feel good to send US here. Maybe Mongolia. Well, what time? Oh, I want to check the time. I don't have anything near me to check the time. That's okay. No infrastructure. This sign. What do they use in Mongolia? Why is it square? It could be a US speed sign, and this could be a US bollard. Everything gives it enough plausible deniability for this just to be Utah or like Nevada or something. And yet, and it is a pretty wide road, and yet I do think it still fits for Mongolia, but I think I have to send US here. Painful though it is. I just think that has so much plausible deniability for US here, whereas Mongolia, I feel like I normally would recognize somewhat the coverage or something. If this is Mongolia, though, I would say west of the city, like somewhere around Buren, or there's like little bits of snow all around, or around Ulaanbaatar is certainly possible. I feel like you see some of the car or something. I do. But then again, the blur is so weird, I don't even recognize it for US either, so it's just some glitched blur. I think Utah here. I don't like it, guys. I think it's a US speed sign. Let's give it a go. Let's go. It was that coverage. I was studying this so much, guys. Obviously, we got the country there. That's wild. I was studying this so much, and I just did not recognize it at all. The rolling landscape here, because normally you're either in the mountains or it's flat, and you get a bit of rolling landscape here. I didn't even realize that existed. There we go, 17K, but we advance. We're playing well. Let's get the world record here. Okay, we have the Kenya car. Okay, I didn't even see it. I was not sure where this was. Kenya car should just mean that we're going to be somewhere out in Mombasa here. And I would just say clicking downtown is fine. Excellent. Next one here. Ooh. So I think it's Peru. I think Peru is strongest pick here. Bolivia is possible. And then the weird thing is that we have these kind of like Brazilian looking trees. I'm pretty sure this landscape is impossible in Roraima. That's where it would be here, but yeah, I don't know. There's no mountains. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like that there, so just had to get that out of my head before I turn to the Bolivia versus Peru here. Dirt road. Yes, the soil, yes, it kind of looks like the Sucre Potosi area. I feel like I'd recognize it. The car glitch is also weird, but I convinced myself to go Bolivia here over Peru. I think when in doubt, Peru is the better option. But then when a round has a lot of plausible deniability like this, it's definitely meant to look like, or it definitely does look, oops. Hopefully that didn't, I really hope that doesn't invalidate anything. My laptop brings up that. This really does kind of look a lot like this area here. I just don't know my roads well enough, you know? And what about Argentina? We didn't even exclude Argentina as a possibility yet. I don't think it's as... I think this stuff in the background here looks quite Peruvian. I think. Sure, what's close to us looks a bit more Bolivian, yes. I think I can kind of read into the background enough to say it is Peru. That's a very nasty round, this one, to get on 41. And yet, I think I like it. It kind of looks like we have like a city. Or is it just rocks? We definitely see roads. There's something going here. Yeah. I don't really know, man. Sucre's a pretty good option. Potosi maybe even more so. It's to our west. So maybe not Potosi. I just don't know if I can live with myself going Bolivia. We have grass. Also, there's the east of Sucre in like the mountains, or east of Cochabamba stuff here. Kind of gets a bit greener like this. Oh man. Also, the fact that it's Gen 3. Oh, I think this is hard for anyone. I want to say this is hard for anyone, and I still think Argentina's not solved. It's just the I think the population going on over here makes me feel better about one of the other two. I think with the grass I want to go Peru here, guys. I think it's time to put us out of our misery. Oh, but it looks so... The red soil is so sus, bro. It's so sus. Oh, whatever. It's been a long enough video now anyway. Let's go. Shit, yes. Let's go. I don't know. I had no idea. It's just in doubt, go Peru, I think. And we have some grease, some nice easy grease to appease us after that torturous round. Let's get the world record now. I want it. This is Malaysia. I want an easy one, so I can just go check the time on my phone quickly. So, excuse me. Okay, yeah, I have to go soon, so... actually, I'll get my phone and text my friend. Okay. He was asking me to leave earlier, but that's not going to happen. Okay, Malaysian number plates, yes. Looks kind of like Borneo. Don't think we have any further clues here, though. Let's go in, Miri, actually. Okay, what was Bintulu? Okay, Mexico here. I haven't learnt my vegetation yet, but this looks really like Mexican vegetation. And we do have the sun to the south, so pretty happy with that. Nice. Pretty good there, guys. Oof, that Peru was clutch. It really looked like Bolivia. Okay, this should be... Ukraine could see Russia, yes. But I think I just send Ukraine here. Not going to change my mind on this one, I think. Nice. Argentina. Now, is it ever Uruguay? I don't think so. I think this is pretty safe Argentina. Sun is indeed... Sun almost looks south there. I think those poles would never be Mexican, though. I think it's just midday here. Any shadows? No shadows to help us, but yeah. This Argentina, I think I've heard about this smudge. Maybe it was like down here or something. Don't know. Okay. 47. And we have some Oz. Grey car. Driving right. But a sign on the left-hand side of the road. Okay, so somehow the US. It can't be. It looks like South Africa, but it can't be because of that. Because of the sign. Pretty sure it's not Australia either. Now that I look at it more. The grey car. Looks almost like an American national park kind of thing here. So I mean, obviously on like kind of random rounds like this, America's always a possibility. 2022 copyright. Grey car or black car, or maybe white car even. I thought of. I got to figure this out. No chance that I don't. Okay, options. I don't know if you see such a car in Argentina, nor such a landscape. I'm gonna open up the map here. Right-hand drive. I'm pretty convinced it's not Oz. If it was Oz, it kind of looked like Western Australia, and yet we don't have this car in Western Australia, I think, especially not 2022. I would know about it. These mountains are fairly jagged, right? With lots of green growing on them. I think Mexico is actually quite a decent shout here, but again, Mexico with this car. It also the four-wheel drive thing here does look American in the back. I've got to look at that. I think it's just an American national park, you know. Okay, other options. Is it ever Asia? Yes, we're driving right, but could it be? I want to say not. I don't place this vegetation in Asia, I think. So what is this sign doing on the left-hand side of the road here? Maybe we trust that over the driving direction here. But then again, I don't really see on such a thin road why you'd drive on the right. So could it still be Oz? Oh gosh, if it's Oz, it's going to be such a blunder, but I just don't think I place it. Mexico, US. Mexico, where would you see this in Mexico? Like Colombia? There's definitely places in Colombia that look like this, but it's not Colombia, I think. It looks like we have a South American fence there. I could see Chile. I want to get going to go play poker, but New Zealand. I think out of all of it, USA is still the strongest here. Why they would put the yellow sign on the... I think it's on the right-hand side of the road. Because look, if it was on the left, it would be really short. Okay, that gives me a bit more clarity and hope here. Okay, so would you ever see a grey car in Mexico? I think not. I think this is US then. Sun is completely unhelpful with this many clouds, to be fair. I think like US just cooks up some devilish ones. I think this looks like an American National Park sign. I can then make sense of this fence, this little fence going on over here, so I think it's all goods, you know? I would like to say so. I have no idea what the world record for this is, actually. I think we're still a fair way away from world record, but... So would you go like Nevada here? Something like that. It's... Still, I don't... Maybe like West Texas? Could see it like being kind of a Big Bend, or maybe like New Mexican. I don't know. But I think it's best. I do think it's best. I think that sounds on the right-hand side of the road. I think the truck kind of looks American. I don't think it's Oz. I think we are actually driving right. I think this is the best option. Mexico second. Let's send it here. Scheisse, it was Colombia. It's a good call. So 47 there. I can leave in time, so let's check out on Plonket what that would put us. We are recording, which is obviously gratifying as well. I think there might be a spot open on that, you know? So here NMPZ streaks, community world. We can submit that for third place. because Steek's one is gone. So guys, here you have it. We actually did get approved here for our 47. Now this is a bit of a cheats way to get on the world record leaderboards, but I'm not going to complain, especially because it was first try. I'll definitely take it. Well guys, that's about it for the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Do give it a like if that was the case, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Goodbye guys.